A lot of the time, we begin to wonder what is actually wrong with some people. You are married, you have your wife. Maybe most likely for those who have wives that are working, you know, that have businesses doing, you know, sometimes they are not really happy about these wives, and they want an extra load, you know, to be added to their wife, their wife, and then they begin to get their supposed side chicks, and then before you know what is happening, you know, those side chicks are busy creating problems here and there, which are not good stories to tell, as can be seen or found in this story. Why this story is particularly why I picked this story this week is the level of maltreatment given to this particular woman by her supposed to be husband, who I believe is now under the influence of the side chick. You get me? Last week I came across this story, and then I begin to wonder what exactly is happening. As you can see, actually, the story began by the man telling the wife that he's traveling, and then the woman went out and came back to the house as if she forgot something, so she wasn't actually traveling. So surprising, when she entered her house, she met this other side chick on white in her house with her man, and then the surprise birthday package which she brought for the husband ended just that way. And as the story will have it, this man has been selling off every item in their house to, in quotes, support his business, whereas he was selling off every item that this other lady on black bought for them, and used the money to pay the bills of his side chick. You can see the kind of world we now live, where men who found hard-working women don't value them. You have a support system. You have a woman who is supporting you in the family. You don't value her. The one that you value more is the side chick, who invariably brought nothing to the table. That is where the one that you value most. Funny enough, maybe because your wife has not given birth, so no value. You don't have respect, you don't have regard for her, yet she's almost the breadwinner of your family. Okay, that was okay. So we can see what transpired. But one touching thing why I tried to make this video today is because when this woman came back to collect her her items from the house, the man and his side chick tied her up and locked her in their storeroom. Now, it took the intervention of Mary Jane and her crew, who earlier on had that the woman said she was going to her house to pick her items that she left there. so that she can stay away from the overzealous husband or man wey don get powerful side chick, you see. So how did this end? My emphasis anyway is on what these two guys did, both the man and his side chick. You locked up your wife in a storeroom. If not for the intervention of Mary Jane content creators, the story would have been pathetic. These guys are heartless and they are determined to make sure that even if this woman die in the process, they don't send. I don't see a situation where you have problem with your wife and you now tie her up. You know, you can see where they are removing the handkerchief used and tying her legs and her mouth. You can see it. It doesn't portray, doesn't show anything, doesn't show that this man is a reasonable husband, you know. And for the overzealous side chick who thinks she's getting a favor from this man today, you know, I believe that what goes around comes around. I don't I know fancy, I know just like the thing where you do your fellow woman, you allow the man to tie her up and both of you conspired and kept her in a storeroom while you took to your own pleasures and fantasies is the height of it all. Where is the humanity? Where is the humanity? After taking, or if I may say, after stealing every of her property, Juna, the next thing you people did is to make sure you tie her up for coming to the house to pick her belongings. Not that she came to the house and start fighting you people. Even if she had done that, you could have involved the police. But when I see what you do, when I tie her, get mine, tie her up, then threw her into the storeroom. She had no access to food, no access to her freedom, no access to water. Okay, supposing if not that Mary Jane and her brother came, so what it means is that the woman would have remained there tied up until finally she gives up the ghost. Then we will start having another storytelling, very funny storytelling there. We can't start to tell a story again, say another boyfriend, another husband killed the wife with a side chick. Madam, I am just advising you. You have seen the kind of husband you married. You thank God, Mary Jane, you took what you came to the house to look for in the house. Please, better stay in your run for your life before we have another Osinachi story again. We don't want that to repeat itself in our time. Please, you have seen it all. Let him go and do whatever I want to do with his so-called side chick. At the end of the day, when rain fall finish, body go dry. When body dry, we will hear the matters. Whether na juju the girl take, they follow this man. By the time he don't milk him, milk everything come out from his body, then he will tell him how useless of a man that he is. And by that time, we will hear the full story. But if I may advise you, madam, there is nothing too difficult for God to do. Continue to put your husband in prayer and hope that the demon where he don't go attach himself to, his eye go soon clear and then he will get his deliverance. Because I no believe saying with correct eye, now your husband take deal with that girl. So please, that's my own take. Know the lock people for your house. If you have any beef with them, call the police. Don't take laws into your hand. That is what I'm trying to say. Please, I thank you, and meanwhile, I'm waiting for you.